I feel like if you've ever made a YouTube video, then this will be #relatable to you. I managed to say out loud like the perfect script for a video as I was getting in the shower and having a shower, and now I've come back to record it. This is like the 5th time I've tried to get all of those thoughts back into words for this camera, and it's not working. I'm not scared of doing what I want anymore, and that's a weird place to start this video, but May 13th was the 5th anniversary of my main channel, and if I have to talk about why I started my main channel one more time, then I think I'm going to explode. But it was for music. People know that I started uploading music and then started doing comedy because I was watching comedy videos and they entertained me. So I was like, well, I could put this content out into the world, you know, give back a little bit. And very quickly, as everyone knows, the comedy kind of overtook the music because the music was getting like 30, 40 views, which to me was great. I was like, I've made it. But the comedy, like reading 50 Shades of Grey and stuff, started getting like thousands of views. Like the first episode where I read chapter 1 got 100,000 views, which is mad to me. And then a couple months after I stopped doing that for legal reasons, I started doing the comedy vlog thing, you know, the thing that my main channel is kind of known for, you know, the, hey guys, so I have a fault in my personality, jump cut to what that is, of me talking to myself, and I started doing that, and I really enjoyed it, and it was successful, and I remember I started to tie my happiness to my success, and my success to my happiness. So if a video did well, I was really happy about it. And because my channel started snowballing, it went from like 50k to 500k throughout 2013, I thought that I was happy. So I carried on making videos that I thought would make me more successful and therefore would make me more happy. And, you know, it's only recently, really recently, that I've honestly finally actually realized that I wasn't happy at all doing that stuff. And I feel like people could tell as well. I'd say like towards the end of 2014, people could tell that something was off. You know, when I started doing the whole like setup and 3 videos a week thing, I wasn't happy doing comedy stuff anymore. I'm a very non-committal person. Like, this is the longest job I've ever had. I quit things very, very easily. I give up on stuff very easily. But when my main channel took off and I quit my waitressing job, or like I was fired, then got another job, and then I quit that job, this became my job, and I couldn't quit it anymore. And as soon as, this is very true, and not every YouTuber will admit this, but once YouTube becomes your job and you start getting paid for it and you become dependent on it, it begins to feel like shit. You feel forced to do something. And that passion that I originally had when I was doing 50 Shades of Grey and the first comedy vlogs, which I was doing on my days off from waitressing, you know, as a distraction, that joy that I got from making them completely just died. It died out. And like I said, I feel like people can tell, looking back, I can tell that, you know, these videos that I was scripting and trying to schedule, I wanted like 1 video every Monday, whether it killed me or not. You know, you could tell that I wasn't enjoying it. And honestly, it wasn't up until the ADpocalypse, which was like, you know, a couple weeks ago, really. It wasn't until everything started to really turn to shit that I finally stopped worrying and I stopped caring. And you know what? I feel like the ADpocalypse, if you want to call it that, where, you know, everyone's getting way less views and way less money, I feel like that's probably the best thing that could have happened to my channel right now, because I always use that term irrelevant. I always talk about the word irrelevant and how I'm becoming irrelevant and my views are going down and, oh, it's the sub box's fault. YouTube fixed the sub box. The algorithm is killing us. Vloggers are over. Damn you, YouTube. But the fact is, it's old. It's boring. That's it, okay? That's why everyone else moved on and I was too scared to move on. You know, I opened so many channels. I opened Boxes of Foxes, a beauty channel. I had 2 gaming channels. You know, I've had an old side channel. I had a collab channel. And I know now that I was trying to get that passion for YouTube back again because my main channel had lost that passion for me. I was trying to find something that made me want to make YouTube videos again. And maybe on the surface it looked like I was having the time of my life, but you know, throughout all of this time, I mean, I'm talking from like, I would say mid to late 2014, after I shaved my head, YouTube started really declining in views and subscribers for me. Like, you know, it slowed down, and I was still tying my happiness to my success to my happiness. So when I was becoming less successful, I was freaking out and I was panicking and I was worried that I was becoming irrelevant, and you know, I kept trying to change my content. But then I'd always come back to the comedy vlogs because my brain was like, well, this is what made you successful. So stay in that successful box. You must still try and be funny. You have to still be the biggest female comedian on YouTube in the UK. You have to maintain that, okay? And you could just tell that I was becoming more and more unhappy. And I don't enjoy those videos anymore. And I'm not sorry about it. I was about to say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I'm not 20 years old anymore. It's not 2012 anymore. YouTube has changed. People have changed. I would not want to be the same person as I was 5 years ago. And the thing is, I've said this stuff before, but I didn't mean it. I can tell now I didn't mean it. The ADpocalypse, which has meant that I'm now earning negligible amounts from my channel. It's meant that I'm getting back that passion that I had in 2012 when I wasn't being paid for my YouTube videos anymore. Because what's there to worry about now? There's nothing to worry about, because my views are gonna keep dropping and I'm gonna keep losing subs every time I upload. Look at my social blade, it goes red every time I upload. And I used to be terrified of that. Me and Luke were both sitting there in the house that we shared together, and we were crapping ourselves because we were like, people are leaving. What's happening? Is it this subscribe glitch? Are we becoming irrelevant? Oh my goodness. And we were terrified, and it made us hate YouTube even more. But now, I don't give a shit. If anything, I welcome it now. It sounds very, very weird that I kind of I don't welcome unsubs, you know, that negative number, but I don't worry about it. And I used to. Even when I said I didn't worry about it, I used to worry about it up until a few weeks ago. So what changed? Why did the ADpocalypse make me, you know, suddenly no longer worry, when really it's making so many people worry? You know, everyone's talking about it, everyone's worrying about it. Why am I suddenly not caring anymore? I feel so much more free. I don't care about, you know, obviously a lot of it is down to having the Patreon, and I know that that's not always going to be there. Like, people aren't going to keep giving me money every month. Like, that's going to decline as well. But I'm going to cross that bridge when it comes to it, because ultimately everything dies, okay? I hate to be morbid, you know, entropy is a thing. Everything becomes irrelevant, whatever the fuck that means, and everything dies out. And if my views are going to go down, and my channel is gonna die out and no longer be my job, maybe in a year's time, 2 years' time, 6 months' time, who knows? Why would I waste that time? Let's say it's my final time being able to do it full time. Why would I waste that time doing stuff that I don't enjoy anymore? You know, I used to always rush back to the comedy vlogs because, well, people like them. You know, people. I'm the only one still doing them. That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing when you're still the only person still doing it. But I'm not afraid anymore. This ADpocalypse has made me less scared. I'm earning enough to get by thanks to the Patreon. I feel less pressure. I feel like I have to answer to less people. Why would I waste that time doing what I don't enjoy when I could just experiment and do stuff that I do like? And, you know, even if I end up going back to the microphone videos, which I did genuinely love doing, but because people were complaining about wanting the comedy vlogs, I rushed back to them again. I panicked again. Whenever I'd upload an advice video like Feel Good 101, people would say, oh, I miss when you were funny, and I'd rush back to the comedy vlogs. I don't care about being funny anymore. You know, and that's the whole reason I started this channel, because I wanted a place where I didn't have to be funny. Fuck it, I don't have to be funny anywhere I don't want to be, you know? And the last few videos on my main channel have proven that. I'm not trying to be funny on there anymore. I'm just doing what I want to do. And I'm not saying that style is always going to stay, the experimenting things. Like, I did this for a week, I did those for a week, because Lord knows it's not original, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm genuinely enjoying it. And the amount of people who have said that to me, being like, Emma, you seem to really, really enjoy what you're doing, People can tell. YouTubers treat their viewers like they're stupid, and they're not stupid. You can tell when someone's sincere about something. And I'm finally enjoying myself again. And I might do more microphone videos if I want to. And you know what? If a comedy vlog, you know, feels right to me, then I'll do it. But only if it feels right now. I don't feel like I have to be funny anymore. But this is the best thing. People said that video where I wore the clear jeans is like my best video that I've done in a really, really long time. And it was funny, but it was naturally funny. I wasn't writing it out. I wasn't doing comedic timing. It was just funny because I was enjoying myself. For ages, I used to think, you know, people want funny stuff. You know, people want creativity. If they're behind a YouTuber, and people have said this to me in the past and I never believed them, if people support a YouTuber, they just want that YouTuber to do what they want and they want them to be happy. And it took me 5 damn years to finally realize that, and it took the ADpocalypse for me to get that. So I'm not scared anymore. I don't give a shit. People, you know, say, oh, I miss the old Emma. Good luck to you, because she's still there. You can watch the old videos anytime you like, but take off the rose-tinted glasses because it's not 2012, 2013 anymore. You're not 13 anymore. You're 17 now, you know, or you're not 8 anymore. You're 12 now, or you're not 20 anymore. You're 24 now. Everyone changes. And I was too scared of changing because I didn't want to go against the grain, which is ironic because that's what I always used to tell you guys. Do what makes you happy. You know, go against the norm and carve your own path. And I would say all this stuff and then be a complete hypocrite and do something that I wasn't enjoying. And this is like the first time I've admitted on camera properly that I haven't enjoyed making YouTube content for about 3 years. Truly. And I think that's the obvious now, looking back, but maybe it's still going to be a shock to people, I don't know. But I feel like I'm getting back to that place where I'm coming up with a video idea and going, yes, that's so good, that's so genius. And I'm actually enjoying it. Again, the first time in so long. You know, and I was enjoying the microphone videos, but part of me was doing it because I felt like they were relevant, you know. But again, if I want to make one, I will make one. And if I do want to make a comedy vlog video, I will make a comedy vlog video. And if I want to make an advice video, I'm going to make an advice video. And this channel is staying, by the way. I'm not turning my main channel into this. But I'm not scared. And it's actually the threat of losing money has encouraged me to finally just make that jump and do what I want. And it's a shame it took me that. Because I could have started doing that years ago. When I was earning money, you know, but I was too scared, and I'm not scared anymore. So thank you, ADpocalypse. Fuck it. I hope ads go away forever, because if it makes me more happy, then I don't know, but I spent way too long just doing what I thought would make me successful, and I thought that would make me happy, where it made me way more unhappy, and I fell out of love with YouTube. And now I'm falling back in love with it all over again. So that's the video. That's what I wanted to make. It doesn't sound as poetic as it did when I was thinking of it in the shower, but them's the breaks. It happens. So I'm going to carry on making whatever style of video I want at the time. Whether it's a BuzzFeed style video or a SAF video or a microphone PewDiePie video or an advice video. If it feels right, I'm going to do it. Maybe my niche is that I don't have a niche, right? So fuck it. I can finally say to you, and mean it, and not be a hypocrite, just do what you fucking want. And you'll finally be happy.